Assalamu alaikum, my sisters. A few days ago, I made a video about women in UAE, United Arab Emirates. They were posing naked. They were nude. They were on a balcony from a multi-story building, and they were coming out and they were being filmed by somebody. I believe he's from Ukraine or Russia. I'm not sure, but the models, these nude women, they were actually from Ukraine. That's what they said. That happened. And then we also have Rihanna, pop singer. She used hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in one of her musical videos. The whole world reacted. The Muslims got mad. How could you do this? Then Rihanna came out and said, well, I'm sorry, I did not know that this is a hadith. And everything was kind of like back to normal. The point here is that this is happening almost all the time. Now, the women of Dajjal, I call them women of Dajjal, they appeared one more time in Russia. And how this happened this time? Now, the video, it is very, very, obscene. Wallahi. Obscenity, the worst form of obscenity. Not only that, this Russian woman, the woman of Dajjal, they were not wearing clothes. I'm going to be playing the video, but I will blur it out, most part of it. They were not only not wearing any clothes, but also they were doing it right in front of a masjid. They were dancing naked, almost naked. I mean, according to our standard, they should be naked. They were dancing in front of a masjid in Russia. And not only that, they did this in the month of Ramadan. Wallahi, dear brothers and sisters, this is something we find mind-boggling. How women will always step over into the Islamic, values and laws and norms, and then they will all of a sudden realize, oh, we made a mistake. Every time they brush Islamic values with some kind of like a tainted way, where they come back all the time saying, we are sorry, we did not know we did that. Like, there is an overstepping happening all the time. That's my point. So we need to raise this awareness, raise this issue. I'm going to be playing the video so that inshallah you can have a look, so you know what I'm talking about. But before I play the video, if you see anything, just lower your gaze. I hope you would not see something that is very, very obscene. But if you do, I will try my best to blur it out. But if you do, I'm giving you a warning, lower your gaze inshallah. So this is the video, okay? This is the video, and I'm gonna be playing it for you. Again, lower your gaze. Okay, so they are doing it right in front of a masjid. Okay, right in front of a masjid. So this is the masjid, and you can see, subhanallah, these women are not wearing clothes. Wallahi, according to our standard, they're not wearing anything. Now, here is one problem though. Okay, there is actually not one problem. I should say maybe there are more than one problem. A lot of the brothers, you know what they will say? They will say, oh, why are you, talking about it in a way that you are showing this woman are bad. I mean, why you're freaking out, man? Bro, come on, chill. It's okay. It's not a big deal. They did not know it, so they did it. Just give them benefit of the doubt that they made a mistake. Just made a mistake and just move on. Here is a problem with that statement. You might see it as a one-off incident. You might see it something very, very isolated. But wallahi, this is the qadr of Allah. We are seeing the preview of the Dajjalic system, where there will be overstepping on Islamic values, Islamic laws. Sometimes you'll be making fun of Islamic values, Islamic laws, by none other than the woman of Dajjal. The Dajjalic woman will always have a collusion with Islamic values. It happened with this woman in UAE. It happens with rock star, pop star, whatever you call them. It happened also in Russia. These are not one-off incident. These are qadr of Allah. These are qadr of Allah. He's sending us a message. He's telling us something. that what you are going to see in the future is going to be far worse if you do not take care of yourself right now. What is happening right now, it is already bad. But Allah Azza wa Jalla is telling the believers, wait for the Dajjal. When he will appear, these same women who are misguided, who think that, well, we are free, we can do whatever we want, we can do exercise, whether wearing clothes or whether not wearing clothes, it doesn't matter. These are the same women who will be giving bayah to the Dajjal. And they are always going to be overstep on Islamic values, saying that, whoa, I'm sorry, we did not know. So again, when it comes to giving them excuse, we should not be. Now, there is another problem. Okay, some other brother, they always do this. They will come to us and tell us that, you know what, this woman, yes, not only that they are ignorant, they did not know, and that we should give them benefit of doubt, but also, brothers, these are women from a country where most of the people are not Muslim. So why you bother? Why are you freaking out, man? Just chill, man. Just chill. The problem with that is that, dear brothers and sisters, is that these women who are overstepping on Islamic values and laws and doesn't care anything about Islam, a woman who doesn't care anything about Islam, the problem with that, even though they're living in a non-Muslim country, but wallahi, they know what a masjid is. If you cannot, decipher from a distance that this is a masjid, this is a museum, or this is that means you are so ignorant, and you're so kind of like indifferent to the fact that there is something called religion, which is something, some people call it Islam. You're so indifferent to the reality of around you that you do not even know anymore what is right, what is wrong, what is a masjid, what is not a masjid, what is a movie theater. Because these women, when I say they're the women of Dajjal, they're so involved, they're so zoomed in on their career path. They're so focused on their body, how they look for the man. They forget about everything else. So when you say these women are living in a non-Muslim country and they are not supposed to know this is a place of worship for the Muslims, then we have a much bigger problem. If they do not know it, it is because they do not want to see it. Okay? And what we do as a Muslim, here is another problem. Okay? So you say, well, you know what? They live in a non-Muslim country, so what they do, whatever they want. Yes, you are right. The reason I say you are right this time is because we are not giving them da'wah. Rasulullah SAW, he mentioned it very clearly. Nisaun Asiya Kariya Mumilatul Mailat. The time will come when women will be dressed yet naked. We Muslims, most of us, we do not even know. Even our women, Muslim women, a lot of the time you see them wearing nothing, no dress, very tight outfits, and they go around, chit chat, mix with men. We are not educating our women, we are not educating ourselves, and as a result, these women who are not Muslim, who are not supposed to know the hadith, are not also getting education from any one of us. So dear brothers, it shows a bigger problem, a deeper problem that the Muslim community we are facing. If we want to put an end to this kind of what they call mistake by this Dajjalic woman, if we want to protect our deen, not only from a religious perspective that we need to protect the whole religion, so that it is not compromised, but also on an individual level. If I do not want my religion to be corrupted by this woman, then we must take action. Now some brothers will say, oh brother, come on. Are you serious? Come on, this happened. Just move on, man. What's the big deal? They don't know. And they are not educated. And they live in a country where they can do whatever they want. Just move on, chill. These people, there is a problem. This is the problem. These people, dear sisters, this kind of people, this group of Muslims, they never ever cared about the religion. Wallahi, we need to be more careful. We need to set the standard a lot higher. If we do not do this, then what will happen is we're going down to the pipe. We're going down to the pipe, and then we will take everybody else with us. Wallahi, remember, we are witness for the entire humanity on the day of judgment. So if you are seeing these things and you are not opening up your eyes to give da'wah, to reach out to this woman, then wallahi, I do not know what else you can do. I mean, you should do this. You should always give them da'wah. Keep them, inshallah, close to religion, the consciousness of Allah as much as possible. These are the women of Dajjal, showed up in Russia, and they are doing it one more time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.